legislation before, because it gets done to death. And especially if you cast your minds back to being students, it gets done to death. You do it every year. But it is very important that you know sort of how to where your rights are and how you work within that legislation. So we're going to look at the Health and Safety at Work Act, which you all know. Yeah? And that act pretty much makes sure that the employer looks after you as reasonably practicable in terms of cost, time, effort and money while you're at work. For every piece of legislation, there is a corresponding duty. So it isn't just about them having using legislation that's up to them. We've got corresponding duties. So it isn't just about them and us. It's to be worked as a partnership. So the most important legislation is the Health and Safety at Work Act 1974, an act of Parliament, which means that you can be prosecuted under that law. So you can be jailed or fined. Pretty much if you're driving a car and you are speeding and you are stopped or you knock somebody over, you can be jailed, can't you, or fined under what act? It's the Road Traffic Act, isn't it? Yeah? How do you know how to drive your car? You pass your test, yeah? What do you follow? Rules. Where do you get those rules from? Highway code, yes. So you know how to drive safely because you use your highway code. These are just exactly the same. So the Act is what you can be prosecuted under, but the rest of it is pretty much the regulations, the codes of practice and the guidance which tells you how to work safely under that. And that's how it works if you think of it like a highway code. So the employer's duties pretty much say that they have to maintain and provide you with plant and work systems. So when we relate it to our workplace, what is your plant and work system? So what's your plant? Or I said to you, you've got to be provided with plant. What would you say that would be? What's your plant? If I worked on a building site, it might be a spade. It might be a concrete. Yes, it's your tools. Yes, your equipment that you use. So what's your biggest piece of equipment that you use? Slide. Who said bed? Yeah, bed. Because it's a place of work for you, isn't it? Nice place of rest for your patients, but for us, it's a place of work. And those beds profile. We're very lucky. They go up, they go down. You can lift the back, you can lift the feet. Pretty much do an array of things. So it's really important that we use the equipment to its best advantage, so obviously so that we benefit from that. So when we're working at beds, it's really important that you adjust those beds to a good working height for you. What we have a tendency is that we move at such a quick pace, and we talked about pace earlier. Can you honestly say that every time you go to someone, you adjust the bed to a good working height? And that's what we should be doing. If you do dump, well done to you, because it's really important, yeah, that you do.
I think it's easier when you're taller, because when I get to the beds, they're usually quite low.
Yes.
So automatically
So you notice it probably a lot more than ladies that aren't quite as tall, and we tend to sort of not notice because we become a little bit sort of, you know, yeah, you do, yes, and you forget. So it's really important, because if you don't adjust it, you're working at really low levels, which isn't good. We talk about sort of like levels that we work at afterwards. So anything that we use, so porters' chairs, beds, Zimmers, walking frames, anything that we used, slide sheets you spoke about, hoists, passive hoists, standing hoists, rotundas, they're all trolleys, striker trolleys, yes, couches, they're all pieces of equipment for us. What about work systems? What are your work systems?
Procedures.
Yeah, how do you know? Yeah. How do you know how you're working? Because you'll have a patient's care plan, won't you? Yeah, you'll have plans, care plans in place, and it tells you pretty much how that person moves, pretty much what their mobility is like. It'll have a risk assessment in there maybe. If there's a lot of, it's a heavy care bundle, then obviously you'll have things such as, you know, this person needs to be hoisted and this is the type of hoist and this is the type of slip that you're going to be using. And that tells you how to move somebody safely so that we all work exactly the same. They also have to provide you with information, instruction, training and supervision. So hence you're on training, so you come here to do training. Supervision is that they will check that you're okay when you're on the wards and in your clinical area, that you're actually working safely. And it's not just about telling you what I want you to do, it's actually having instructions to actually follow as well. Because you can actually misinterpret verbal instructions, so it should be both. Yeah, it shouldn't be just one, it should be instruction and information. You, in your capacity, need to obviously take responsibility for your own health and safety. So that's your corresponding duty. In other words, you need to look after yourself and other people when you're at work. Yeah? So that's our corresponding duty. So it generally says that you are responsible for your acts and admissions. So things that you do and things that you fail to do. So it's just making sure that people are aware of things. That step over there has seen a lot of people trip up and down it. Hence why when you came in this morning I said to you, can you be mindful of that step? I didn't make an assumption that you'd all notice it, or even though it's got signs and stickers and strips and things, I've made sure, because I know that that's happened before. So very often we see things. How often do you see things on the floor and you think, oh, somebody will do all that with it? Or they'll get paper towels, spillages, things like that, and we fail to actually just do something about it. It's because we're working too fast. Yeah? We're working at a pace and we assume somebody else is going to do it for us. So it's just about keeping yourself safe. Then the rest of this is just how to actually keep yourself safe. So these are the guidances. So